Hello. Holy fuck. Do you guys ever puke in your mouth? Oh, is that normal? Or am I dying, bro? God. Bro, I'm so scared of getting my blood work, guys. Like, I'm hating this right now. Also, I am sorry for getting kind of mad this morning. I think, to be honest, yeah, I was standing up for myself, but I think it's just unnecessary to be like that sometimes because people are just trying to have fun and I should be doing the same, but it just gets stressful sometimes where it's hard to manage my stress sometimes. So, but I am talking to doctors and I just talked to Jewel and Gavin. They gave me some good advice. We're gonna have a good weekend this weekend. Um, I'm really excited. I gotta stay. I think getting out with people and like having fun like that will help my attitude. So I'm not like in the house all day, like, worrying too much. I'm still gonna take you guys along the whole journey, obviously. So like I'll be streaming every day still and making better content and stuff like that. So you won't feel left out in any way. But yeah, I'm gonna start grinding. But yeah, no problem, guys, 'cause it's just like sometimes I feel like, I'm trying to have that respect that I feel like I do deserve and I could, but sometimes I go overboard. Like some of the things I say overboard, which isn't the worst thing, but I think it's more the attitude towards it. Sometimes my attitude towards it can be a little bit like hateful in a way or like mean, and then I try to defend myself with it, so it can be super difficult sometimes, but I'm working on it. I don't expect anybody to stay, but just telling you guys kind of how I feel. Cal, thank you for the 1,000. Thank you. Rose Barbie, thank you. Yeah, it's hard sometimes, I guess. It's hard to communicate through the screen though too. Um, but bottom line, it's more of just like a thing of like stress that I'm going through that I'll tend to like just like overly worry and then think people are like being assholes or something. But I definitely look into it more than I should. Like even if someone is being an asshole, it doesn't mean I have to look into it that deep. So yeah, it was a good talk with Jewel and Gavin. It's gonna be good. I also talked to Joel for the singing thing. He said he's still trying to talk to like video people. So there's just a lot in the progress with that, like trying to find the right video people. So that can be kind of stressful too, but it's still good, um but yeah, anyway, just taking it one day at a time. I'm pretty excited that we have this weekend planned. So Gavin's coming, my brother's gonna be there, Jules gonna be there. We might get Ivan there. I'm trying to get a hold of Alex Jacques. Maybe he wants to go golfing with us too, because we're gonna hit Niagara. We might hit the Maid of the Mist and stuff like that. And like kind of like go walk around Niagara. I was also saying like we should go live and like start doing like podcast style where we all kind of like go in the box and like talk to each other. Um, and then we could do battles and stuff because I feel like I know I don't want to be asking you guys because you guys are the ones that send it, but I feel like we should also do some battles too to like kind of take over TikTok in a way a bit. just because I think it is like a good stomping ground, and I feel like we got too many confident people on TikTok that don't really deserve it. So I think it's time to kind of own that power back in a way. But obviously, when we're ready, because you guys are the ones that are sending gifts and stuff, so it'd have to be a team effort. Kathy, thank you for the 500. Rhonda, thank you. Wills Barbie, thank you. Petta, thank you. But yeah, we gotta be. I like being competitive. I also just like growing and having fun and stuff like that. But yeah, trying to do that. But it's good to have the boys too. Like the more, that's why I'm trying to get this boy group together in a way. Like the more the merrier, because we can make some like good content, and that's gonna be interesting to not just see us like on live, to see us doing shit together and like having like long form videos like Justin made, like those kind of fun videos that we can put clips on TikTok and stuff like that's gonna be that would be cool as fuck. You know what I mean? So that's why I think this weekend will be like a really good start to that, you know. Missy, thank you for the 10. Right. So these are just ideas at the top of my head. But yeah, good conversations. Asha, thank you. Yeah, it's been a while since I did stuff with the boys. It's been a lot of like, there's just been a lot going on in the 5 years, like with like being with a model agency and then like leaving that or getting cut from that model agency or dropped because the president died, and then as soon as that happened, it kind of went shit with the agency, like trying to figure out what I want to do and like if I want to continue to do so. And then just all the boys kind of, getting their lives together and just the age of like 22, 23. It's just kind of that age. So it's just been kind of like a lot. And we've been in the house for a while, just kind of like going live, trying to make it work and stuff. So I think this is like a healthy change. And also it's fun. We're trying to have fun too. Trying to be happy, trying to have fun, all that good stuff. Because if we're having fun, then it's gonna be fun for everybody. So that's that's the best, right? If we're not having fun, it's not fun for anybody. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah. Danny, thank you. Anna, thank you. Thank you guys. Jen, thank you. Kim, thank you. You need to have fun with your friends. Yeah, exactly. Jewel arrives on Saturday, so I'm gonna pick up this hooker. I mean, not this hooker, sorry. There's a hooker in GTA. Kind of wanted to pick her up. Or shooter. I'm gonna shoot her. Sorry. Um, yeah, so Jewel wants to have, so I'm gonna pick Jewel up at the airport on Saturday, in the morning, and then we're gonna go to, we have time to wait in the meantime before we get into the Airbnb. So we're gonna make content, like go somewhere and like try to like I was telling them like my idea is like we look good and we take videos of each other with good cameras and make like TikTok content of us like looking really good and like like Mandy type and like just like nice, like classy in a field, having fun, like good vibe, kind of like thirst traps, I guess you can call them. Never really called them thirst traps until the documentary, but you know what I mean? Like shit like that, just fun shit like that. Like modeling content. And then we go to the Airbnb and stuff. Then we're planning like going to a baseball game maybe and then or going to Niagara Falls, doing stuff down there. Then like during the week go to Toronto, maybe go to the aquarium. um like do like just get out and do stuff like basically kind of going with the flow, having fun, coming up with ideas, making content, and like I said, the more content the better, like if we're sharing our life and keeping people engaged and giving other people ideas on how to live, that's the whole point of entertainment and influencing. It's basically like giving people that spark to be like, damn, like this is fun, like um and giving them that entertainment. So the more content, the more we're doing, and having fun doing it, the better it's gonna be, you know? Annie, thank you guys, thank you, gifters. How long? So we go there on Saturday and we come back on, and he leaves Wednesday. I don't know when I'll be going to California. It's kind of up in the air right now. Kathy, thank you so much for the five. So yeah, California's up in the air right now, and then go from there. I don't know if Jewel's gonna come hang along. I just think like Jewel really wants to make content, so maybe even if me and him, like I was thinking even after California, maybe go to Jewel's house for a bit, um, and make some content in his house. Like just the more I'm out doing stuff, it's not that I won't be doing lives like with you guys, but the more I'm doing stuff and like being around people that are doing content and stuff, the better the better the more I have things to do. Do you know what I mean? The better I'll feel instead of like being in my own head in the house, all that stuff, you know? Kathy, thank you. Yeah, so I saw like my brother just now, he's looking great. Gavin's really excited for him to tag along. He had a good day at the golf course. I might see Ivan tomorrow too, trying to get Ivan involved too. I reached out. But yeah, so just taking it one step at a time, but um yeah, just enjoying doing it. Yeah, feel better doing shit, yeah. Kathy, thank you so much. I'm glad Alex is going too. He's gonna have fun. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. His Mother's Day on the 10th. Yeah, so Jules gonna come to my Mother's Day. Hopefully, like doesn't bang my mother or anything like that, because I know my mom's hot and shit, so I'm gonna, tell him to keep his dick in his pants, but like, especially for Mother's Day. Anything after Mother's Day is not a big deal. Like, I'm not too worried about anything after Mother's Day with that shit. But when it comes to Mother's Day, I just kind of want to keep it classy. But yeah, so it's gonna be nice to have Jewel, come by because he's got nowhere else to go. He's with his mom right now though, so he's spending time with her before he goes. Yeah, no new stepdad type shit, none of that stuff, you know? Chanel, thank you so much for the 500. What's good? Take mom to the Blue Jays game. She just wants to do something like chill, she said. So we're gonna do like she's gonna invite us over and we're gonna have like a lunch, um, or a dinner and just kind of like have some snacks and just chill, have a couple of drinks. We could probably put the Blue Jays game on at the TV on the TV or something and I think she's gonna invite some of her friends over too. So it's just gonna be one of those days because she does have plans with Gavin's mom because her and Gavin's mom are good friends. So they're gonna go out, have some fun. Um, hopefully don't bang any 25-year-olds or anything, kind of ruin me and Gavin's reputation around town. So I make sure she doesn't kind of, be like you guys or anything like that. So yeah, dude, I think it's gonna be good, it'll be good. Amy, thank you. Or at least not tell you about it. Yeah, dude, like I remember she had a 25-year-old trainer, so I don't want to know what happened there. So just want to make sure no one my age is banging my mom because I will bang your dad. So I always have to one up. So I will bang your dad, your grandma, your mom. So we just want to keep it good. We want to keep it chill. Not be too crazy about it. Well, Barbie, Anna, thank you. That's all. Not a big deal. Everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you. Let her live, Rhonda. Thank you for the 100. Yeah, I guess. Um, I don't know, man. If I get to watch, I guess I'll let her live, but unless I'm involved with it in any way, like, I can't, I'm not gonna let her do that shit. Oh, this guy keeps trying to kill me, dude. Fuck. Um, but yeah, no, we just want to keep it classy. You want to keep it classy. Is all this banging common in Canada? Are you guys not banging in the USA? Or are you guys still banging in the US? I guess USA, you guys don't really have sex that much, right? Isn't it illegal to have sex in the States or something? Something like that? You guys don't really do that shit, right? Oh, you guys do? Oh shit. We're not all American. Yeah, I know the UK, like a lot of, a lot of sex in the UK, but I just don't know about the States. Isn't it like illegal or something? No? Oh, you guys are all banging, all right. Just making sure. 30 years in prison. Looks like Dee's going to prison for the rest of her life and in heaven. Because Dee has been banging frickin' the neighbor, her clients, the teachers, the pool boy. Bail me out, dude. There's no bailing you out, D. Like you're far from getting bailed out. Like D, it's almost impossible to bail. It is impossible at this point, like there's no coming back from that one, but it's okay. Just bang the prison guards, you know? At least you can do that. How do you know all this? Guys, like I said, I know everything. But yeah, it's gonna be nice, so it's all good, all good. Everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you. Prison guard fantasy. Oh God, Annie. Annie needs to lay off the books, bro. Annie's been watched. Annie's been freaking reading those sex books way too much. Way too much. What's it called? Erotic dot like something, whatever. What is it called again? Oh no, that's just a strip club. I'm so confused, bro. How do you guys know this shit? Like, I thought you guys were saints from heaven, and you guys are like literally telling me sources, and you guys are telling me how to get there and what address to use, and Jesus Murphy, God. Have you ever edged so long that you literally felt like I gotta pee now, or like your butt sweaty, and you're like, okay, I gotta get out of bed because like I'm soaking wet. You ever done something like that? No, bro. Sometimes I'll be there for like back in the day. I used to do it for like 3 hours. I used to just sit there and edge for like 3 hours, dude, and just like hold it in, and then I'd be like, fuck, because it would like leak out, and then I'm like, just ruined it all. Oh yeah, order Uber Eats, chill there longer. I don't know, edging makes it like you don't even want to finish, you know? But honestly, I don't think it makes a difference. Order Uber Eats is hilarious, dude. You order Uber Eats, dude, you're like, get right back to edging while you're eating cheeseburger and nuggets, and you just can't get your face off the screen. You're like, I gotta read one more line, and you're like, you know what I'm saying? You could be the master edger, dude. Exactly right. Hashies. Okay, cheesy fingers is way too far. Cheesy, Jesus Murphy. Cheesy fingers? Are you kidding me, ladies? God damn. Hashtag Edgemaster. Hashtag Edgemaster. Hashtag for the boys. Hashtag all day. Hashtag no life. Hashtag Uber Eats rocks. Hashtag one more time. Hashtag one more story. Hashtag Xbox after. Hashtag Twitter. Hashtag Anne Marie. Right? Hashtag let's go. She says, is anything too far? Oh yeah, bro. Are you kidding? A lot. A lot. As you get older too, you start to like as I get older, I'm like, all right, like I gotta chill on like the porn and shit. Like I start to change. I'm starting to change now. These are like back in the day, bro. But don't get me wrong. The odd day, I'll be like, okay, today's a Pornhub day. You know, shit happens, right? But getting way better at that now. Just fucking living life. Would you rather us be sweet angels? Dude, don't act like you guys aren't Mormons, bro. You guys are literally from the church, bro. You guys have never had sex in your life. Freaking Tracy's a saint. Tracy's never given head in her life. Her mom would kill her, bro. Like, we know, guys, okay? Just, I know we try to act like we're good and shit, but like, we know. I mean, we're bad, but we know, you know? Bro, the only reason why you had kids was because God, like, what you guys were like married, dude. Where God just put it in your stomach. Like, you guys didn't even have sex in your whole entire life, like, ever. Like, you guys were just like, married. Sure. Guys, I'm so pissed I had a taco yesterday that was so shit. It was so soggy and shit, you know. No, I don't even want tacos today. I'm trying to think though what I want, but I don't even know. I'm not like super hungry though. I've been drinking a lot of water though. Yo, I heard that like if you're like overeating, just drink water. And I heard a lot of the time it actually like if you're over hungry, it's actually like good to just drink water. Caesar sounds good. Honestly, a pita does sound good. I'm not gonna lie. I think a pita sounds good. Not Peta the fan, guys. Holy shit. You guys are fucked, bro. I'm not saying pita sounds good. I'm saying like a pita, like eating a pita, like, yeah, sorry, pita, like, fuck. That would be wild, bro, to say that, you know? Jesus. Trying to think what I want here. You, dude, I took a picture of my shit and sent it to ChatGPT to make sure it looks healthy. And now I just have shit on my phone. You know what I mean? Like, what if someone like literally just like goes on my phone? You know? Yeah, bro. But for some weird reason, I don't want to delete it. I feel like it's good memories. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, I took a shit, you know? It's kind of like, it's kind of like, it's kind of like a good, like, it's kind of nice to see once in a while that I took a shit, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's weird though. I don't know. I remember Kim telling me shit pics are what she wanted. I'm like, Kim, dude, this is weird now. And Kim's like, what? You've never taken a shit pic to somebody? And I'm like, Kim, dude, I feel pressured at this point. And she's like, what? You're a loser? And I'm like, bro, like, chill. You know? I felt hurt. Is the only word I can use for it. You know? Let's go all the way tonight. No regrets. Just the we can dance until we die. You and I will be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. Bro, I'm pissed, guys. They have no pitas that are chicken Caesar. ChatGPT said your bowels look normal. They're like, it's okay to be green and chunky like that. And I'm like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, a nice shit like that is something I wish my wife did more often on my chest. And I'm like, Jesus, ChatGPT, what the fuck? Like, I was uncomfortable. I told it, bro, chill. Like, I didn't want to hear that. But it kept going, you know? I know, dude. That's what I mean, dude. That's why ChatGPT sometimes can be weird, bro. I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I know. I know, ladies, I know. Trust me, don't get me wrong. A Colorado campfire with Colorado Amy. Those were the days. Me and Colorado Amy with jocks doing Colorado campfires on a Monday. Jesus. Those were the days, bro. Holy. If I could go back in time, I would. You know what I'm saying? Do you pick sounds? No, I let TikTok pick the sounds for me. I think that makes it more natural, you know? Sometime. I'm I'm making a good new song. It's called If My Balls Stink, Don't Smell 'Em. Do we get to see those? See those what? Yeah, I'm posting that. Yeah, I post on. Like, yeah, I'm just posting the journey. You know what I'm saying? Stacy, thank you for the 100. Thank you. I don't know what I'm gonna order yet. Hey, good night, kid. Have a good sleep. Wipe, wipe, wipe it down. Wipe. Oh my God, guys, I had the best thing the other day. Had a thank you. I had a beef brisket. Like I had the brisket and it was so like salty and good, bro. It was called the Pit Master. The Pit Master combo. It came with ribs, with brisket, and yeah, it falls apart. It's so good. Brisket is good, man. Now I want a pita. The only thing with pita is they don't have like they got like falafel and stuff like it's just like it's kind of they don't have like the old menu anymore, I don't think. So I'm kind of worried to eat it. Thank you so much, Reeds. A barbecue chicken pita. Usually I get Philly steak, but sometimes the steak can be like rubbery, you know? Damn, this is tough. Maybe I just get Subway. Damn, I don't know. Search up healthy. You know what I might get actually? Osmos. Have you guys ever had Osmos? That's what I'm gonna get. It's like you can get either chicken or lamb shawarma. I'm just gonna get chicken though. You put garlic and tahini on it, and it's on rice. So just chicken on rice basically. And it's like the yellow rice. And they put garlic and tahini sauce on it. And then you get mild spice. And then you can add stuff like pickles and like lettuce and stuff, but I just keep it like that. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna get that. Change it up a little bit. That sounds good. Oh shit. One sec. Okay, good. I gotta do D's cameo. D's nuts cameo in in a little bit. I have water, so I'll just stick with water because I end up getting too much and I pay too much and I just waste and then you know, so just have some water, chicken, and rice to feel healthy. I'm feeling a hot sausage on a bun. The fuck? Oh, fuck. I finally sent for my cameo. Okay, I know which one I'm denying. Yours. Loser. Ah. L to the O to the L to the S to the R to the P to the T to the Sally Webbs. Loser. Sorry, that was a dick move. Uncalled for. Bye, I love you. How many cameos is too many? Never too many. Cameos are good to do. And they're pretty cheap, only 20 bucks for a cameo, I think I put it as, which is not too shabby. Get up, get up. Yeah, I think I would have it more if I was like constantly doing them. Like, but the fact that I've missed a lot of cameos and I've been inconsistent and stuff like that, you gotta get what you deserve type shit, you know? So if it gets too much and I'm like constantly doing it and I'm keeping up with it like a bit down the road, that would be different. But as of right now, 20 bucks. And then also people can get multiple too. So if they want to have like a conversation too. And it keeps me busy. So it's not a bad thing. I appreciate the price. I appreciate when you shut the hell up. Now you will shut the hell up, or I'll make you shut. No, I'm sure. Why do I have to get so crazy all the time, dude? And we can tip, I think. Just the tip. Just the tip, D. All right? Just the tip. Just the tip's not cheating. No, I'm just joking. That was a porn. That was a porn I saw once. Just the tip's not cheating. Do you get a lot of repeat questions? A little bit, but not really. It's like all different people, so different. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Hello? Holy fuck, Kira. You scared the shit out of me. I'm on live. You actually scared me. Like, I'm not even kidding. I thought you were a deer breaking in my house. Yeah. God damn, that scared me. Frick. How was work? A lot? Finally. Finally. Finally, you're working, you know? Finally, you're doing something productive. Okay. Oh. Oh. Because I want to. You're gonna get your ass kicked. Oosh. And many more. Why? Oh, do you think she could kick your ass? Honestly, she actually does kick my ass, and that's actually not even a joke. I always think that she could like I could beat her up because I'm a guy, but she did like Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and she just will put me in the most random arm bar, and I'll literally try to fight back, and it's freaking hard, bro. Like sometimes she can literally make me tap. And she gets off on it. She's like a little devil. She's like, and I'm like, shut up. You know, drives me nuts. Oh, season 3 of Warzone's downloaded? Are you joshing me, White? Are you fucking joshing me? Oh, oh. Count out the 100. You let her think she wins? Well, if I punched her as hard as I could in the face, she'd be knocked out for 3 weeks. So it's like I could obviously maul her like a bear and cook her over the bonfire. But I would never, So, but if we're wrestling though, it's different. She could literally freaking. She's pretty tough, dude. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Count the 100. So this is love. I will have a great night. Bye. You too. Wait, what is this game, dude? Did you change any since 5 minutes? Callie, thank you for the 100. Did you change any since 5 minutes? One more patient and get to go home. Let's go. Dubs in the chat. What is the W like that? That's sick. We have so many emotes that are sick, dude. I like that light laser guy. Hey, Steph. You took a new pick progress? Yeah, I'm gonna start taking pics because it forces me to look better, you know? Yeah, it was nice seeing Alex, but he didn't come on live or anything. I got off live, chilled with him for a bit. It was nice. I'm trying to read your shirt. It's Armani Exchange. Pretty rich, Armani. Pretty big guy over here. Even though it looks like a Walmart shirt, but I don't think you could look much better. Oh, I can. Are you gonna start working out? So my form of working out is not like pushing weights. My form of working out is following your pineal gland. So like I'm starting to like stretch, like it's having a direction of what I want to look like. So like I'm following that direction and then slowly building myself. You watch in like a month, you're gonna be like, holy fuck, how does he look that good? Steph with the 1,000. I know you already say that, but there's still like another level to my progress. You can always get better. You can always get better. Yeah, it has muscle memory, but it's not about that. It's about growing who you are. It's about having a goal and getting there. There's some woman that can kick some men's asses. 100%, bro. That's why I downplayed it, honestly. Like I kind of downplayed women like thinking, oh, men like whatever, but there are some women that could kick your ass, dude. It's actually crazy. You don't have too much to do. Don't tell me what I have to do, motherfucker. You don't know what I go through internally. Because I have to work hard as fuck. And it's all mental. Do you watch the videos you send in Cameo? Yep. 100%. I would never make a video without watching your video. That's so disrespectful. That means I just don't. I would never brush someone off paying me money like that for a video. Who creates these emotes? I'm not sure. Your hair is looking gorgeous. Thank you. Staff, thank you for the 1,000. So this is love. Women can take down men real easily. Yeah, especially if you grab her balls, because that is the spot that really hurts. So just try not to grab her balls. Do you read messages too? Of course. Everything. Again, I would never half-ass your cameos because it's disrespectful. I mean, you don't have much to do to get in shape, but it's not about getting in shape. Like, my definition of getting in shape is different than your definition of getting in shape. Like, you don't know the vision I have. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's what I'm trying to get people to understand more. Oh my God, thank you. But I get what you mean. Like a basic, like, yeah. But it's not even about getting to that point. It's about getting to the best version of yourself, you know? Copy. Yeah, I'm thinking all around mentally though, mostly because you have to get to a certain point where you're like, you have to follow your goals and they never stop. Like you're always reaching for more. Like, so it's like you're always pushing for that fresh breath of air in a way. So it's like it's never about getting to like a standpoint that people want you to look like or like people tell you like it's about like getting to the best version of yourself. What do you want to prove? My whole demeanor. So like me, right? Like it's not like, oh, I want big arms. I want everything the best I can be, right? Number one. Mind, body, soul, feeling, everything. My flexibility. Then but it takes time. Like I feel like it's first like work on your flexibility so you can feel your muscles. Then second, start working towards like making those muscles more strong with and then with endurance and like there's just an art to it. Always moving forward, yeah. It's harder at my age now though. Like as you get older, it gets harder because you're not like skinny boy abs anymore. It's like, oh, I need to. It just gets harder as you get older. Pauline, thank you. Pauline, thank you. Do you remember how much you weighed in February 22 compared to now? I don't know. I remember I weighed like 180. Like sometimes I was like at 165, 170. Like I started getting skinny from smoking the bong and shit like that, which I regret. Unhealthy decisions, but people have done worse, whatever. But anyway, no comparison. And then just stress, social media, and modeling, trying to look good, etc. But now I'm at like 200 plus. So if I can turn this 200 plus body, which looks healthy, into like muscle, like you should see how big my chest can look now. Like now I'm gonna have like a chest all the way down my stomach, basically out to here. Like I'm gonna be like, so if I get like chiseled too, like I'll look like an army vet, you know, like that would be fucking sick. That's the goal, you know. Susan, thank you. All right. Just big chest, big hog, big fucking arms, big smile. Just a beauty, you know? Grotto Girls, thank you. Susan, thank you. I'm playing COD. Yeah. Yeah, 200 is a healthy weight. I think one day, like a dream weight of mine is 210 to 220. Like when I'm full man. Like when I'm like 35, if I'm like 210, 220 muscle with these like shining green eyes, nice, beautiful white smile, still a chill demeanor, but like just strong and like manly. That will look like, and like I have money and shit. Like I make money like good and like help people and stuff. Like drive night. Like that's like my dream life, you know? Amy, thank you for the 100. Right? So that's why people don't understand that I'm working for something that's harder than the like I have this big like vision, big goals, so it's hard, you know? You're already manly, but you can always get more manly. Girl's not ready for 35, girl. Yeah, no one's ready for 35, girl. Honest though. 35-year-old Will should be a movie star like Michael B. Jordan. Hopefully, yeah. Right? Like Michael B. Jordan and like but I'll be like and then imagine I'm in like an army movie with a headset like this. And I'm like, Roger that, guys. Like, I'm like this hot guy. I'm like sniper and shit. Coming home to my fam. That'd be sick. Yeah, working out's good. I guess just like focus on yourself. Like, you obviously got to do the shitty work. Like, go to your doctors, get your blood work, all this bullshit. Deal with your husband. Deal with your like. There's a bunch of shitty stuff you got to do in life, which sucks. But like, just keep moving forward the best you can, and don't give up in your progress. And the best thing to do to start working out is stretching. Like get on the floor and just stretch your back. Like stretch. You start feeling your muscles more. Then if you get in like a sit up position, do a couple sit ups, do push ups. Like just feel yourself. The more you can feel yourself, the better you'll feel. Because your body's what holds in that tension, that energy that you don't want, but you just get lazy. So you're like, oh, I'm just gonna like let this eat me up. But if you don't let it eat you up, then like and you like let it like form you and like then you just start like no matter what you deal with it, whatever, right? That's what I realized last night. That's why I'm doing the pictures and shit. Cause with the pictures, um, like modeling and stuff, it gets me like feeling like even this picture, like you can just tell like the pictures are getting better, you know? So it's gonna like motivate me to like get in that direction. Like I told my moderator, I said, watch by the time I'm 30. If I make it that long, I just say that because like whatever, right? But I'm gonna be the best model in the world. So it's good to have a goal. It's good to have goals, you know? Wait, my food. I forgot about that. 2 minutes away. If you make it that long, yeah, you never know. I could die tomorrow, but hopefully not. But I'm like an extremist, so I think of the worst all the time, and I think of the best all the time. Like, I'm very like, I live in a very crazy mind. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's very hard for me to balance my brain because I live very like, I live very crazy and like extra, you know? So sometimes it's difficult, bro, because I'm always thinking of the worst. I'm always thinking of the best. Like I balance between those. Yeah, no middle ground. And that's where the ADHD thing is. That's what my doctor's saying with the no middle ground feeling. That's where it's like ADHD, right? Because you're always like, right? Yeah, like today could have been different. Like I went from being like super happy or super grateful to like super defensive, like two very extremes. And then like I started getting mad, like Tiffany said roller coaster, which is true. Like I can't blame her, but obviously it makes me upset. Like just shit like that. So like I go from like high and lows like crazy and it can be tough. But yeah, medication's definitely gonna help. Most of my buddies now that I'm talking to, they're on medication and they're telling me like I wouldn't be stable without medication, you know, like so it's good. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Oh, sorry, bro. Sorry, my bad. I thought you were chirping. Oh, thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's hard, bro. Just going through stuff because I do social media, so I have like all these people watching me all the time, and just balancing that is hard. Oh, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you a lot. And sorry for getting all upset there. Yeah, I feel that, bro. It gets a lot. That's why playing Call of Duty is nice because keeps your mind off stuff, you know, keeps your mind focused. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you, or I'll leave now, but thanks for talking to me. That guy was really nice. Just some random guy. I feel bad now. He's going through a lot, this guy with like therapy and stuff. I got all mad. He's like, oh no, bro. He's like, I'm just, because I thought he was like, what is this, a therapy session? But then he's like, no, I'm going through it too. Yeah, me too, bro. I always feel like it's like dog eat dog world where it's like you have to protect yourself and shit. So it's like, you know, it's tough. Yeah, bro. I guess just stay safe. That's all. Because life can be good and life can be shit, but stay safe. Yeah, me too, bro. And it'll get better. It'll get better. I feel I feel that. All right, I gotta get going. I gotta eat, but nice talking to you, bro. Seriously, thank you. Damn, that was nice. I thought he was chirping at first. I'm like, fuck, because people always chirp on this game, you know? But that was nice. He said he just came back from therapy too, and he's like, I got like these narcissistic traits, and it's difficult. And I'm like, yeah, I feel that, bro. Jules a 2000. Yeah, you never know what someone's going through. That's the thing. It's just hard when you're always trying to defend yourself, and you're like, but then it's like you feel bad because you really never know what someone's going through. But I'm just used to on this game, everyone chirping and social media, everyone's chirping. It feels like so it's difficult. But yeah, Joel's a 2000, so he's my age. Manny today may have been hurt. Yeah, true. Words do matter. And I'm sorry about that. I said sorry because I am. But also, yeah, there's no excuse for it. I am sorry about it. No, it's okay. It's moved on. Like, what? No, don't be sorry yet. Honestly, just a misunderstanding on my end, and then it can be hard. Like, I don't know. People get in arguments, things happen. But I did stay there and I tried to talk, which, in my opinion, that does show respect. Like me explaining myself for hours. I didn't even go to my appointment because I wanted to talk about it. I went on live too after. I was trying to get people to understand where I'm coming from without being too rude, but also sticking up for myself. So at the end of the day, you know, it's tough. And, no one's perfect. Like some people do say things to get to me or do say things sometimes that aren't nice too, right? So it's like I go through shit like that too, but it's just, in my opinion, it's better to just like try to not pay attention to shit like that too much. Um, because everyone wakes up on the wrong side of the bed. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not just me. A lot of people get jealous or say things that are to like pick at somebody or whatever. Not that you have to be frowned upon, but everyone wakes up on the wrong side of the bed sometimes and feels a certain way, you know? Huh. Who? You? Why? No. One sec. We'll be right back. It's getting chilly in here. Yeah, it's some just can't let go. That's the thing. Like for like even like I guess like I know it's not gonna be perfect, like but like sometimes like I have to say things for myself. Yeah, I can say things better, but there's times where people kind of make things about them when they don't they forget that it is my social media. So it's like the respect on someone else's platform should be more, you know? So that's where it's like sometimes it's like, all right, guys, it can feel like sometimes people can be feel like a little manipulative or just say like in the past even if I've had a girlfriend, there's a lot of people that they'll act different. They'll start like being like weird and stuff and whatever. Like maybe it's just like uncomfortable and you don't like that, but it's still like I can't change for you and I just wouldn't take like I wouldn't take like negative stuff like that, right? So I have to like sometimes cut what I see. It's like a notion, it's a vibe. It's not exactly what's said, but people know how they go about things, and you're only lying to yourself by saying, you know, I just don't understand that part. Well, then maybe you're not doing that part, but everyone else understands it. So the people that do understand that, I appreciate it. And if you want to ask them, ask them. You know, I don't know what else to say. But I see a lot what I see. Yeah, I feel intentions, exactly. And it's just like, and then the same thing repetitive. So it's like, I'll say something I don't like, and people will repeatedly act like that. Like, act with this, like, poor me, sad me, kind of like, that is like disrespectful to me sometimes, because it's like, that's not how I want to feel. That's not how I want to, like, that doesn't feel nice to me, right? But it's like, oh, but it doesn't matter with you. It matters about me because this is my feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's things like that too. It is what it is. Like, again, I moved on from it, but I'm just telling you sometimes how it can feel on my end too, where, like, yeah, we should be back on. It's also tough for me when, like, everyone's watching me. So, like, it's easier when it's personal to you when you just message what you want to say and you have like a gang to back you up. But for me, I'm my own gang. Like it's just me. So like when I'm getting fully like picked on in a way to try to like fish out information or see what's going on or why isn't he telling us everything or et cetera, like that kind of feeling or kind of fishing around it, that feels bad for me. That doesn't feel respectful. It feels like fake. You know what I mean? So that's where it can feel hard. It's not a fair, it shouldn't be a fight in general. That's my point. You know what I mean? If you're here, it shouldn't be anything about that. Mm. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not telling you to. I'm just explaining myself with what I feel sometimes, that's all. And then it's basically all about just being heard. Sometimes it can become like sometimes we assign attentions based on what you're feeling. Mm-hmm. 100%. That's why 100%. But sometimes people are just not nice. Sometimes people just don't take ownership. I'm a human too. It's not Will's wrong. Let's mother him and let's figure out, like, you gotta look yourself in the mirror too and think that I'm a human being as well. And that's not a nice notion as well, because it's not me like dangling something over my head, running like a fish out of water. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about, you know, so like it's tough on my end of the thing when I'm trying to make everyone happy, but at the same time draw boundaries. And like, it's difficult. I know you guys are, but the only thing that I have kind of a problem with is I tell you not to say we, and then you still say we. So it's like, if you know that that's a trigger, then why still do it? Even if I go, okay, don't say we. I mean, even if I say, oh, it's okay, it's we, right? Why do it anyway? Like, if you knew before that it triggers me, why not be a little less? Because that's where it feels sometimes where it's like too much pressure, right? Because it's like, I want to hear from you. Like, yeah, we can still be a group, but I still want to hear your opinion, not like speaking for everyone else, because then it feels like I'm against everyone else, right? It just can feel uncomfortable because it's very much like it'll make people not really have a word for themselves as much. And that's fine. Don't be sorry. I'm just telling you like how it feels when I'm trying to like explain something and like be heard, and then I feel like I'm not. But again, like whatever. But moving forward, like there's no point of even fighting about it. I realize like I have to just lead by example, like, and the way to do that is like focus on me. If I don't like something, you don't have to always bring it up. Just move forward, talk about something different. Sometimes I'm too like I analyze it too much and I'm trying to fix everything when it's like, bro, just move forward and then people will know from you just moving forward that that's a boundary. You don't have to like start getting mad at people and think it's the end of the world and then like because I can't fix everything. Even if I try, if someone's having a bad day, they're gonna use that against me. They're gonna say, "Oh, I remember Will was mad at this, so I'm gonna say this to Will." You know what I'm saying? That's why it's difficult in my position. Like social media, yeah, it comes with like great things, but Are you good with how results? Yeah, I think like again, like to be too much like group worthy is like it kind of lessens the value of like you as a person. So like I think like you just know from like how we move on that like everything's good. Do you know what I mean? Like if I'm not here anymore and I tell you guys, then it means I just don't want to do this anymore. Do you know what I mean? If things change, things will change, right? But like I'm here, I'm with you guys, I'm talking, I'm saying what I say. Like it's naturally like that's like how it is. It'll never be like perfect where it's like, okay, is this 100% like I wish it was like that, but there's always going to be something that we're thinking and we're like, oh, I'm not a fan of this or this or this. So I guess the only solution that I really think is going to help is if we just have good vibes. And the better vibes we have, I feel like that will naturally be like better. So that's why I beat myself up for giving into the bad vibes because it'll just be like we'll just know from good vibes that we're having. So it's just like that's why I'm trying to move forward with like we got California coming up this weekend. We got Jewel and Gavin, but then everything in between matters. So how we talk to each other, like Jenny said matters, words matter, all that stuff. So I have to work on that. Some people have to work on just like their intention to like why they're saying something, if it's to be fishy or to be whatever, maybe just don't say it. Like there's just things like we all work on. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I set the tone, and that's why since I'm an influencer, it's like instead of me reacting to something that's negative, be proactive on it so then it doesn't become something. Like if I'm telling you guys like, oh, why are you saying this? Why are you saying this? Like I'm just adding fuel to the fire instead of just being like, okay, I didn't like that. That's a boundary. Push that away. Whatever. There's something you don't like that I say, you don't reply to it, you push it away. And then naturally we'll kind of see like, okay, no, this is not like someone doesn't, and we'll grow from there, you know? Yeah, open communication that we don't even have to like always communicate. It can just be like not verbal all the time. It can just be like we can kind of just tell like, this is which is which can be difficult because you feel like you nothing else to do but to react, but I gotta work on that because and then yeah, obviously it can become mean, right? Like I said with Tiffany's profile picture, that's just like a rude, snarky comment, just trying to be an asshole. But I felt like putting roller coasters was judging my character as well. And all I did was stand up for myself. All I did was say something that I don't like. It kind of, for me, it should have been like, you're right, like, bye. Like, you're right about your feelings, like, push it away. It doesn't have to be like, because then it kind of shows your character that you're like trying to nag. But at the end of the day, like, I can nag as well. There's times like I'll nag too. So it's not like I'm blaming her for that or blaming anyone for that, but it just like you start just saying things you don't mean. You start being rude. You start trying to like work around it, and like at the end of the day, it's just rude. And like, you know, that's all. And like for me, it's like a lot of people like when want a certain way, but if I'm another way, they don't like it. And that's okay too, because it's your decision, it's your opinion. But for me, trying to navigate like through this and have communication and stuff, like you can just hop over to another live. For me, it's like, yeah, of course, I would always want your explanation. But you can just hop over to another live. But for me, I'm like sitting on this live. Like this is everyone in front of my face is who I'm communicating with. Do you know what I mean? So it's like when I say it's like my whole life, that's why I take it so like trying to fix it. And then it's hard not to be personal at the same time, you know? I know I can't please everyone, but then also it's like you try your best to please the people that are there for you and do the best you can, but also be yourself. Like it's sometimes a tough balance. Obviously, like please yourself, but you also want to show like love to people that are loving you and understanding and all that. So it can be difficult sometimes. Tracy, thank you so much for the 500. I've learned a lot about communication boundaries, pretty much life in general, because you're one hell of a power example of you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You put that beautiful message there this morning, then you come back to the screen, you're pissed off at us. No, I totally get where you were coming from, Tiffany. Like, I know why you said that, right? And I get the frustration around it for sure. It's like, Will, just stay on track. Why go back to square one? So I get it. Did I feel like that didn't need to be said? Yeah. But did I feel like I didn't need to say a lot of things and get upset? Yeah. So at the end of the day, we can go back and forth like ping pong and be like this or this or this, or just say whatever, mistake, move on, you know? Not whatever, but own it and then be like, you can do better, whatever. If the chat goes quiet, how do you normally take that? Um, yeah, that's one thing that I'm working on when the chat goes quiet, because it's difficult to understand why people go quiet, especially just say we're all like laughing and like I'm just showing you from my perspective if we're all like in a good vibe, laughing, whatever, and then it goes quiet. So it's like some things it's like people just don't like or something. So sometimes it can feel like kind of like ah, But at the end of the day, you like I can't blame people for that, but I can also ask like why, so I can try to understand. So that one's really difficult, you know? Yeah, the walking on eggshells feeling is normal. It's something that I don't want to happen. So I'm trying to like work on that because I understand that feeling of feeling like, oh, if I say something like whatever. But then also like it can feel not walking on eggshells, but like walking on eggshells can be a good thing as well because it's sometimes how you respect somebody. Like sometimes you need to take a step back and think about what you're saying to somebody, or think about how you're going about something. And yeah, it might feel like walking on eggshells, but you might be able to like comprehend why you're saying something and say it more productively that might be more like productive. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's not something to be too like, oh, blame Will for it. Like you're either but I get what you mean, but at the end of the day, I don't know. Healthy communication. It's difficult because we can go from like, but not when you're angry, we can say something hurtful. Yeah, I know. But yeah, I get that. It's just it ruins the vibe when I get angry or say something. Um, but at the end of the day, like, I don't know, sometimes it's like for me, I get what you're saying. Like, I think it's like me being reactive more than productive because I can say something like draw a boundary without saying something like mean or feeling like I have to say it like to like that, It can feel I'm allowed to be, but also like we all have different, like, I have my own thing about growing. So like if you say you leave the live when it's me and that's just your prerogative too, right? Like I have my own being too. Like I have my own growth. Like there's things that I don't feel is rude because that's just how I feel about it. So like again, I'm not here to like cater to your you because then I'm gonna be doing things that I'll always be wrong. I'll never grow. Some things like I was even telling my mom today, there's people that say way worse than me, dude, on stream. Like if you look at the biggest people in the world, like the things they say is like crazy, but they're real. They say what they mean. You know what I mean? So there is like being straightforward like that is productive in its own way as well. And I agree with that. It cuts a lot of like bullshit out of the way. And that can matter sometimes. So it's difficult, bro. It's we all have different. Yeah, you're not in their life, that's for sure. But I'm just giving you perspective of like people in general. Well, I've left because you called me. What did I call you though? Be specific so we can talk about it. Because what did I call you? That was so mean, Christine. What helps when you're angry at that? I go quiet if I feel uncomfortable and want to listen to you and fully understand how you feel. Yeah, and again, like I'm a creator that is learning and growing, and you don't think I feel uncomfortable, a lot of the time. I do, but I'm the bigger person about it a lot of the time. I take a lot of shit. I'm dealing with 300 women, and I'm the only man. Like I don't have to do this, but I do this out of my heart. So it's not easy as well for me. Called me a cunt and a bitch and told me to fuck myself. Yeah, but I get that, but the thing is like, and I'm sorry about that, but in my defense, I don't know you as a person. Like you're on the other side of the screen. I don't know any of you really as a person. I'm not in your life like you're in my life. Yes, that's not nice, but if I'm feeling a certain way about something and I say something, to take that too personal is a little ridiculous because I'm not watching you every day. I don't know what goes on in your life. If I feel a vibe, and called you a cunt or a bitch. That's how I felt in that moment about something. Or maybe I saw a couple things that I'm feeling towards that. Yeah, it's hurtful, but you also know I'm not watching you consistently. I don't know who you are. So it's like it's just a feeling, right? That's why you should be able to navigate around that. Yeah, I think also the older generation, right? Like I'm talking, I know, but you didn't say anything bad before you. Maybe I felt a way that wasn't, I didn't like it, right? I'm not saying like you're perfect or I'm perfect, but I'm saying like I'm able to have emotions and feelings, and I'm able to also work through those emotion and feelings without feeling frowned upon for days and days and days and days and years and years and years and years. You know what I mean? Like it's something that it happens. It's something that it's not it's personal. It's something that I feel on the other side of the screen, and yeah, it's like there's a better way of going about it, but I'm also dealing with a lot of stuff. Like you can just tell when you look at me. You can tell in my demeanor, everything I take in. Like I'm taking on a lot of people's feelings, and most are um older women. So the fact that I'm talking about older women, you should see guys my age how they talk in general. They fuck around, they say racist comments, homophobic comments, and they get millions of dollars every day and they're the biggest streamers in the world. Like I'm very lenient and sometimes that builds up a lot. Well, you could have said, let's discuss what you didn't like. Don't call me a cunt. I hate that word and it's very hurtful. Yeah, it is hurtful, but so is being called a dick. It's the same thing, like you can be hurtful, but in my opinion, to be really hurt by something that doesn't really have any meaning is ridiculous. Because it's different if you call me like something that actually has an effect on my life, then it's like, okay, you're judging my character. And it's different if I'm watching your lives and I'm harassing you, saying you're a cunt. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just something that you feel out of anger and you're like, fuck off. So it's just, I get, let's move on, but how about have respect for me, how I'm talking right now? Do you know what I mean? This isn't just about you. This isn't about me. It's about me as well. I have feelings as well. Older women have more experience in life for sure, but also different generations. You know that your grandma, let's say, does would be so like what the hell's going on with what you did in the 80s, right? Like we all have it's different generations, different all of that. So it's also like some people take things like super, super crazy. Like just say I say like kill myself or whatever. People say that on stream, my generation constantly, and it's like people make light of bad situations. But for you, it's like the end of the world, let's say for some people here. So it's like it's harder. I haven't saying they're hurtful to you though, but that's your opinion on it. Maybe you even saying that right there at that time felt hurtful to me. And if it feels hurtful to me, you just agree and move on. And if you don't like who I am and my boundaries on what I don't like, then that's it. And if I change and you start liking me, then that's it. You know what I mean? Like it's not for you to say what you haven't said hurtful or me to say hurtful. I can go on someone's live and someone just might not like how I say something, and I don't think it's hurtful. Or I could just be there and they just don't like that for some reason. And it's just like, but I would still move on because I wouldn't take it personally. I'd be like, oh, they're just being an asshole or something, and then like focus on the bigger picture about it. When you call fans names, is it okay for us to call you names back? No, I'm not saying names are good in general. Calling people names in general is not a good thing, for sure, right? But it happens. I've been called names on the internet. I've been treated like shit by fans. People have crossed over my boundaries. People have done things for me. So no, it's not good, but it happens. And is it way harder being a creator than being a fan? 100%. I'm in front of the whole crowd right now talking and sharing my family, my personal life, me every day. I don't know anything about Denny. I really don't. So to take it even personal is disrespectful as it is. It shouldn't be as personal as that, in my opinion. Yeah, I get you're raising young ladies and don't want them to be treated badly, and I get that. But also, some of the most nice people manipulate, control, do things that are very not nice. And your daughter could be in a way worse situation with people that could be more straightforward and still give her a better life. I'm not trying to tell you what your daughter should or shouldn't do, but I'm just letting you know that we all have different perspectives of what's nice and what's not nice, you know? But I get it. I need a drink because it's just hard to navigate because I have my life too, but then also am being like very respectful to all you guys all the time. Yes, I slip up all sometimes, but I'm very, very respectful, very, very nice, very overboard to lots of people on the internet and my fans. But yeah, things happen and it's not the best. But to be taking it personal again and to take it too hard and to frown upon it, it's not. And again, Danny said we're all human. Name calling isn't nice. I never said it was nice. So you're not really listening to the bigger picture about it. I agree. I don't take it personally. I just move on, gloat over it, move on to the fun. Yeah, I know. I appreciate that. Some people's nice is just a disguise. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's not even like I would judge their whole character though, but there's like some things that like we all have different perspectives on it. Like just because you want your life to be that way doesn't mean I want my life to be that way. So it's like that's where it's like trying to understand each other without being so personal. Name calling, in my opinion, is hurtful, especially no one said it wasn't though. Like I never said name calling was the best thing in the world, and it's not hurtful at all. But I am saying that if a creator on the app that I was on an account that I wasn't a creator and I was talking said like effing loser, like what the hell? Why would you say that? Yeah, I'd be hurt and it would be like fuck, but I would still like not take it as personal because the guy doesn't like really know me that well. Like you get caught up in stuff and people have emotions. Like if he's on stream with hundreds of people watching him and he doesn't like something, he's like, yo, what the fuck, fucking idiot, or whatever, like says something like, fuck off, dude. And yeah, it's like, oh shit, but shit happens. Like I would still forgive him. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not nice, but I would still be like, yeah, like he's having a bad day, or like I would put myself in his shoes and be like, he's just going through it. You know what I mean? Um, and I'd probably gain stronger of just like not retaliating to stuff like that. You know? You know? Because don't get me wrong, I've been called names that I'm like, fuck, that sucks. Like I've been called way worse names that it's like, people, and it happens. It's like, but at the end of the day, like, I still like, yeah, it's not okay. I get what you're saying though. Like, listen, I'm not saying it's okay at all. Like, bottom line, I know I'm trying to make you guys understand where I'm coming from, but I'm also not telling you guys that it's okay to call people names at all. Like, genuinely. I'm taking ownership for it. I think getting mad at people or calling people names is not a good thing. And I've definitely learned my lesson towards that. I'm just trying to make you guys understand a bit where I'm coming from, but um just want you guys to know that it's definitely not like it's not right for sure. I get it. Have you ever been wrong when you were feeling intentions? Yeah, for sure. Like I'm probably wrong a lot of the time, but again, like it's pretty obvious to know that a creator or someone dealing with a lot is not going to be right all the time. But I would rather someone be and feel right about themselves than to feel wrong about themselves because they're going to learn on their own pace by people liking them or not liking them, or they're going to learn through their own thing, you know? So like if some guy calls me a name and says, fuck you, bro, and he's feeling like this, whatever, I would just say like I would just say he's going through something. I get how it's hard with a creator because it's like you like that influence you have is like, oh, that's a creator. But like you said, Jenny, like we're owning up every day. Like we're owning up every right when you do something, like you say something out of pocket, I own it right away. So like for you to even say owning up is a huge maturity step, I'm owning it every second. I'm always owning it. So it's like that's why it's like you don't need to hold people accountable and you don't need to take it so personally. You just have to look in that person's shoes and know what they're going through and be like, you won't know fully, but know that they're just going through something and there's a lot that goes on. Yeah, someone you truly care about, true, but at the end of the day, sometimes you got to be put in your place too. Just because something hurts doesn't mean that didn't hurt for a good reason. If I'm being a little weird about something and someone tells me like, what the fuck, that's weird. Yeah, that might hurt me a lot because that was like Theo Vaughn or that was like someone that I like, but I'm not hearing everything I want to hear either. Like there's things that put me in place too in check and I'm like, fuck, yeah, true. And I think to to own that as well and to not act like you're perfect is maturity as well. That's growth as well. So when people call you names, you understand that they're going through something. Yeah, like don't get me wrong, it's not that I have to be like, oh yeah, 100%, like, but I realize like that they're not wrong about all of it and they're not right about it either. It wasn't a right way of going about it, but then at the same time, they were going through something and there was some things that yeah, I could be better or etc. I'm not saying you're perfect, Jenny, and but not saying you're perfect is saying why you're not perfect. It's not making broad statements. It's actually saying like it's the attitude around it. You know what I mean? It's about understanding and not trying to be a teacher or not trying to be a mother towards someone. It's about understanding that that is what someone's going through. And know that I'm talking to 200 women. I'm a man. I have a lot of testosterone. It's way different. You should see how the boys talk to each other. Like we talk to each other, like, chirping each other. It's like hardcore. So for me, I'm putting my chest up big, just having these conversations. So when I make the odd slip and call someone a name or get mad in defense and whatever, yeah, it's not nice, but it happened. It's something that of course, I could have done better. Everyone wants to be a perfect person. Everyone wants to do the best they can, but it's just not maintainable. Shit happens. No, it's not all jokes when it's with the boys, though. You don't think the boys, when we're going to war with the boys having fun, it's not just all fun. There's words being said constantly that people don't like. That's how you grow. That's how you grow as a person. It's not all sunshine and rainbows in life, or you're never gonna grow. You got to hear shit that gets to you. You got to like constantly. You don't say it. You don't say, "Oh, that hurt me," but you definitely feel it, and you move from there. So that's something I learned too. That was difficult for me because yeah, that's something I learned too. That is hard because I used to take it too personally or something, but you know, well, maybe you could work on not analyzing every comment so deeply, like let it roll off and like you're telling us to do, just suggesting. Yeah, but if you think this is analyzing, I feel more growth than right now with my chest and my body than I have. So like what I do in my life is all for a meaning. So it is what it is. Like I'm not here, Tiffany, to dance on camera. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I know you would love if I had my shirt off and I was licking my lips and licking my fingers and everything was perfect. But at the end of the day, I'm a man that wants a family and I grow and that's it. So I have to take it my way. You might not like it, but I have to take it how I want to take it because this is my social media. This is my growth. You know what I'm saying? So it might not feel like that for you, but and you might say, "Oh fuck, why did I send Will gifts for so many years? I miss when he's not the same anymore. I wish he was still dancing and around with his shirt off, but that's just not fair to me. I'm constantly growing, constantly becoming a bigger adult, constantly changing. And so if you have some attachment issues or something, let's say anybody, it's not my job to like be with you for life. It's my job to entertain and have fun, and it's a take or leave it situation, and I show up and do my best every day, the best I can, but I have no idea what the future holds. I just put my heart on the line and try to be the most honest, loving person that I can be and show that. And I carry that. You carry that energy. It's not something that you just do and you run away from it. Everything you do, you gain that energy. So I carry that. I carry the weight of my fans. I carry the weight of all the support I was given. I carry the weight of my life and the people around me and my growth towards it. And that's why it's not easy. It's difficult, you know? So I know just Williams enough, and I do know that. But I'm just kind of like telling you that the growth is so much more than just like everything just going right. Like like especially as you get older, the weight is so much more. So I do appreciate the combos though, I do. Do you feel sometimes people are talking at you instead of understanding? Yeah, but I think like again, I don't blame other people because everyone's trying to understand me and I'm trying to understand them. So it's like they're not talking at me. They're just trying to understand. Some people are, but it's hard to differentiate. But I know that people are trying to have like people are looking for a reaction if that's good or bad. They're trying to have more understanding. The whole point that you go on TikTok in the morning is for more entertainment, more understanding. The whole point of the social media thing is to take a break from your normal life and find something new. So I understand that, but yeah, sometimes it can feel like, oh, that was direct or that didn't feel good, or the way someone spoke over me when I was talking, it didn't feel good. Like there's things that happen where it feels like people are talking at me and not actually maybe trying to understand me. Yeah, of course, but that's how you get to understanding each other is like it doesn't like when you first meet someone, you're like talking over each other almost, or you're trying like your eyes are moving weird, like you're trying to understand that person. So there's always like it's always hard to do that, and especially on the other side of the screen. So I know that it's hard on the other side of the screen too. It's about who's right and who's wrong. It's not working to it's working. It's not about who's right. It's working together and become better. Yeah, just be you. This community is relationships. Yeah, I do listen, I respond. The fact that we both want to understand each other's help, of course. That makes that's what's productive. If I can learn about you, I can always be better, so it's a win-win. Do you feel like you're mostly understood here? Um, Honestly, since I've been talking to you guys for 5 years, I feel like I don't have these conversations with everyday people. You know, maybe my girlfriend a little bit, maybe my dad, my mom, my brother, my friends a little bit, but definitely not as in depth and definitely not as frequently for many, many years. So, yeah, for sure. So you feel like we listen to you or respond to respond? I think it goes both ways. I think you're here anyway to listen, but you're not going to be perfect with how you listen. Let's say you're doing the dishes and then you pick up your phone and you say something when it's just not the right timing. I'm like, why are you saying that? Like, I get defensive. I shouldn't have got so defensive, but I did because I don't know that you're doing dishes and you say it. Like, it can always be misunderstood and it's hard to understand that, but that's where it can be like that's where I want to be understood too with my reaction isn't as personal as it is for like the chat. Like it's how I feel in the chat. You know what I mean? It's not so much like directly like I hate this one person. It's more just like this is me doing my thing and trying to understand and navigate what's going on. Cal with the 100, thank you. Irene with the 100, thank you. Oh. Yeah, I just feel like the difference between pissing you off and like pissing me off is like I don't go on social media and bash you, but I see these people go on social media. They don't come in my lives. Their friends make TikToks. They comment under the TikToks. They go live. They try to like manipulate it. They try to put their own 2 cents in it. And that's where it like makes it so disrespectful for me because I'm not going on there and trying to bash your name. I'm saying things that are in front of me, and you're not a creator that millions of people know. For me, I'm a creator that has like a reputation with a documentary, with real life things. Like this is my job, this is my income, this is everything. Like I'm the first person to say sorry to you. Like if you came up to me and said, "Oh, this is what I'm going through," I'm the first person to say, "I don't want that for you," right? So it's like it's that kind of attitude towards it. Like that's what makes it kind of like, what the hell? How am I supposed to, Ron, thank you. Yeah. Pauline, thank you. Yeah, I forgive easy, but it's like if anything happened, like, and I like if you were like, oh, can you say someone stole my phone and wrote this message to you and we already talked about it? I would come on live and say, hey, this girl, her freaking, like, I would wipe anything under the rug because I'm not here to hurt you. But when I have literal people here to kind of bash me or make fun of me or try to hurt me, it's like it's like you shouldn't have you should have bigger goals, bigger picture things. It shouldn't be about this small social media stuff. Unless you're like an actual like big influencer and we have a disagreement and like we have a good conversation about it that's productive, that's a different story. But I feel like too many people, especially like people in your generation, take things too serious on social media when it's not that serious. Like you guys, some people in you guys take it too serious when there's bigger picture things to focus on than that. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not me hating or anything, but I just feel like I'm trying to get people to understand too, because I'm here for you guys too. Like, just like you guys are here for me, I'm here for you guys. No matter who it is, no matter if we have a bad past, no matter what the hell you said to me or I said to you, I'm always sorry. I'm always looking for forgiveness. I'm always forgiving. And I'm not here to like not try to get to a better place. Do you know what I mean? So, I'm not saying this to like say like anything bad. I'm trying to like make it as productive as possible, you know? And I know you guys are here for me, trust me, I get it. You wouldn't be here for 5 years, like, and still be here. A lot of people have left. And not just because I've said things or was rude or something. A lot of people left because they're always looking for better. When people see me not having as much views, you have to realize most people in the world are clout chasers. Like most people in the world are clout chasers. That's just bottom line. And like you guys have to give yourself a lot of credit for not being that person. You guys are the furthest thing from clout chasers. You guys have stuck with a guy with not a ton of views every live, not a ton of excitement, just people showing up because that's someone that you care about. So that's something that like the credit I give you guys is like insanely massive, you know? Would you like more guys to be in the chat? Honestly, it's like we have our thing, we're here, so it's like there's nothing else. Do I want to grow? Like the whole point of Jewel and Gavin is to like grow because it would be nice to like do more exciting things. Where like just say there was guys in the chat, I would be able to talk more about like guy things a little bit more. It's just good to have that balance. Also, I feel really responsible a lot of the time talking to you guys because I don't want to hurt you. Like even just knowing I called someone a bitch and a cunt, it breaks my heart. Like I'm not gonna lie. I have a mom, I have a grandma, I have a sister, I have a girlfriend. The last thing I want to do is say things like that. And I know how defensive guys can get, and the last thing I want to do is start war between other people. It's not my intention to be rude. It's my intention to stick up for myself, but I'm definitely sorry and it's definitely a responsibility talking to women and trying to still be myself and grow and and be respectful, but it is a tough balance sometimes. You know what I mean? So, but I give myself a lot of credit for being able to do it though. Being able to being able to do it, I give myself a lot of credit, because it helps me. It helps me be a better maybe girl father one day, or helps me be a better person, learn what's right and what's wrong. So, it yeah, it's good. But I appreciate all the questions, guys, because this conversation is really productive. I hope you guys feel the same. I'm glad we're talking about it more in depth because we can't just like swipe everything under the rug. So it's nice that we're able to talk about it. I've been intrigued by you since 2020 because you have such a kind spirit. Oh, thank you. CJ, thank you. Thanks, guys. And if we don't have to like end this conversation, the more we can talk about it, the better. It helps me, it helps everyone else, but most importantly, like it does help me too. Today was confusing earlier, so this is good. Yeah, today was confusing, and again, that's like I don't know. I don't really have an explanation for it other than like trying to like be heard and stick up for myself, and then I go about it wrong, and then I regret it. It's like this constant cycle of like, how do I get my point across without being rude and having productive conversation and being heard at the same time? So like it's hard for me, like so I'm just sorry, and also like still learning like what to do with that, you know, right? But I know you guys understand, and I appreciate you guys understanding because again, it means the world to me to be able to have people that are here and talk to me and understand me and all that stuff. It does mean the world. Yeah, lots of emotion for sure. For sure, for sure. Can't even imagine going through that. Completely get that, and we can't go back. Now we just move forward. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we're already gonna have like haters and like people talking about everything I do wrong and posting it and what, like, that's just life. So I'm always like prepared for like people always trying to ruin me. But at the end of the day, it's for me to go through because I'm not perfect. I'm human. I'm trying to make it in this world. It's not easy, right? So I just try my best. Do you think that you feel like if you feel like we would be disappointed with the decision you made, you get defensive? Yeah, I think like, you have to understand like this has been my income. This has been my life. This has been my reputation. This has been everything. So, like, I care tremendously about how it goes. So, it's been hard for me to understand that pressure and deal with that pressure. Not saying like it couldn't have went way better and can go way better and just whatever, but I also battled with addiction. I battled with a lot of shit at the same time as going through all of this with all the support and this opportunity and my reputation, my life, like everything. It's definitely it was definitely the hardest 5 years of my life and still is hard, but I'm still grateful for all of it. Like very grateful. Don't get me wrong. Making I Care Bear. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, and then, outside perspectives on it too is hard balancing it. It's not just like you guys, right? It it's hard. Like like everyone else's perspectives on me and everything, and I'm in the public eye. It almost feels very political at times. Think about it. I had a very controversial, in a way, not very controversial, but my documentary was still kind of the way they went about it. It is kind of controversial. It does seem like losing weed has given you more clarity. Yeah. Or they at least tried to make it kind of like dramatic. So like having all that is not easy as well, right? I have people always saying this, that, and the other. Um, so yeah, it's tough to balance, you know? Yeah, drama gets views. Even like I had a phone call with Disney Mama and we talked about it after and she said, that's how they did it. Like they kind of like wanted to, get they wanted to get like they made it sound like worse than what was actually said in a way. Like made it dramatic, like I was like, are we gonna hook up and stuff, whatever. Like everything was completely consensual. Everything was completely fun and like we didn't even think about it after, it was all chill. But just making it like kind of painting me as like this kind of like this like almost like a monster in a way, to be honest with you, which obviously I'm not gonna act like that's okay because that's just not okay at all. And that's where a lot of jealousy stems from. All that is complete jealousy. And me and Disney Mama talked about it on the phone, laughing, talking about, oh, she even said, like, I can't believe you don't really remember, like, laughing with me, like, and I'm like, honestly, no, I didn't, I just thought it was just another night having fun. She's like, yeah, and she's like, appreciate it. Like, hopefully we can let all this bullshit, like, drama go. Like, just totally different how it's portraying. And there's been a lot of people that even like have like I was supposed to meet this model one time and and to do a photo shoot and her husband was basically calling me like a rapist, like telling basically saying that he watched a documentary and I'm some rapist or some shit. Like it's disgusting. And that broke my heart. I'm like, for what? So um shit like that is just absolutely brutal. And I live with like that. I live with people talk saying shit like that about my name. And the only reason why he said that was because he's completely jealous about me banging his wife. He's scared that I'm gonna sleep with his wife because his wife probably thinks I'm hot as fuck. So he's just a jealous vagina. But either way, it's like you're still slandering my name and like being disgusting about it. So I had to call Disney Mama. I had to talk to her. We talked and she's like, "Oh yeah, like you asked about if I wear a condom, if we can have sex." And I said only if you wear a condom and we had sex and it was great and whatever. And I'm like, "Oh really?" And she's like, "Honestly, I'm just kind of upset you don't really remember like laughing with me, like saying like it was such a good time basically. Like I'm kind of like fuck, you don't even remember like just chill vibes. You know what I mean? So me and Disney Mom are totally cool and always was. She wished me luck for like singing and all this stuff and there was just nothing like, so we have these liberals or whatever the fuck they are that are making these documentaries and doing these things and they're harassing a lot of people and changing narratives because of a jealous behavior. And I say liberals, but I don't really mean that. But it's this whole like, it's this whole feeling of really trying to like jealous and stir narratives. So I deal with all that shit every day, and it's not fair to me because the people that are stirring shit like this should be, in my opinion, should be held accountable. People that are stirring narratives and doing things like that and hurting people's reputation and hurting people's career and doing things out of hate despite, I think like that should be held accountable. You know what I mean? And a lot of the time it's not because like you guys said, drama sells. So they tend to hurt people that are just being real, having fun, living life. Because they try to suck it out of you out of jealousy. You know what I mean? So it's pretty bad. Which is they're doing a podcast Thursday, but yeah, I'm obviously as you can tell me talking about it now, it's definitely I have a hunger to talk about it. So if you guys have any questions, we can talk about whatever you want. That's why it's good to have that. But yeah, it would be nice to do that as well. Do you wish the documentary hadn't happened now? Honestly, no, because it shines a light on the truth. You know, no matter what I go through, it shines a light on the truth. And for me, my whole narrative in life is shining the light on the truth, you know? Yeah, even truth people like me, we make mistakes. We get misinterpreted about things or don't really understand things. But for me, I'm not a harmful person. I'm not someone that does physical harm on people. I don't do mentally harm on people. Yeah, I say the wrong thing or something, but I'm not someone to hurt somebody. So that's one of my morals. And then the other moral I have is telling the truth. So that's something that has always been my thing. And that's the only way to grow. That's why I look at people, a lot of people that aren't truth tellers as leeches, right? Because they just kind of hide behind the screen and they just kind of hurt people and they don't really care about your life. All they care about is making fun of you and stabbing you in the back. And so those people I don't worry too much about, to be honest with you. It's a life, there's different lives, bro. And but you get what you deserve. So like for me, I get paid and listened to because of who I am. Like if nobody, everyone else has to go to a 9 to 5. I have all the free time in the world to do whatever I want, whenever I want, for 5 years straight. And even back then, I had way more time to do and way more money to do whatever I want, whenever I want. Just was young and didn't know how to take it. So I'm not cutting you guys down in any way, but I'm telling you my honest perspective on how I feel about different types of things, right? Um, so with that said, you can kind of get an understanding with the stress that comes with being a public figure comes with that tremendous stress of um, jealousy. That's the only word for it. Because if I'm only intrigued in growing, like I'm only intrigued in someone's life that is helping me grow. I'm not intrigued in something that isn't doing me any justice. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you feel some of the people who talked in the documentary used it against you for their own personal platforms? Yeah, for sure, dude. And I think at the end of the day, it's fine to use my name for your personal platform as long as it's respectful towards me. And just say Disney Mom, I didn't think anyone was disrespectful, to be honest with you. I think maybe things could have been said a bit better, but in the big scheme of it, I don't think anything was really too cutthroat disrespectful, to be honest with you. But or I would have said something, right? The only problem I have is a little bit is what I'm talking about. I think like some things could have been said better. I think the documentary itself could have shined more of a positive light, not a negative. I think there's a lot that could have been better. Have you watched the second part? No, I watched the first part and never even watched the second part. I didn't care for it. It didn't it didn't really do anything for me. It made me just like it was nice and stuff, but it didn't really do anything for me. And that's why I'm not so it doesn't really make me like I already know. I seen clips, I seen it. I don't really it's someone else's perspective on me and it's not my perspective and I don't value somebody else's perspective. I only value my perspective on myself. Only. I will listen, I will understand, I will talk to you, but I always will lean on my understanding number one of my perspective because that's my shoes, that's who I live in. So it's more for the money. It's more for a living. It's more for that $100,000 I made off of it. It's more for the people that are gonna come and be more interested in my life. It's more for the people like I just talked to randomly on Xbox that I help. It's more for the people that are going through things that I can help. More for my people. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't have to watch it because I only watch what I want to watch, what is in front of me. I don't go back and do what other people tell me I should do or shouldn't do. And that's what helps me grow as like genuinely. And people are jealous of that because people want to trap you and they want you to control. And I don't play with that stuff. Like it's not, if it's not in my line, I don't do it. Like if it's not in the line of what I'm walking, I don't pay attention to it. If something's in my way, I get rid of it, or I get through it. I watched it, understand you said what happened, because it was your journey. Yeah, and that's you watching it because you're a viewer. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to do, and that's totally fine. I'm not saying don't watch it, but I'm telling you that I didn't watch number two. No, I watched number one, and then yeah, it just wasn't. It didn't have a positive effect on me. It did a little bit, but wasn't as good as I thought. Like I was like, and then I had like a kind of an altercation that night. Um, People were kind of in my face about things, so I pretty much told them like, go fuck yourself. It was just a lot of jealousy and people kind of attacking me in a way. And then of course I have to say sorry about it because I'm always the one. They always need the bigger person to say sorry about it. That's just they always do. So yeah, because I focus on my life, not other people's life. That's being a bigger person. If you're focused on your life, you pay the consequence of your life no matter what. You're focused on other people's lives, you're not you don't you're not even focused on yourself. So you're not even real. Do you feel like you're a little bamboozled being told it would be positive? I think that was a little bit crazy to tell me how good it's going to be. Yeah, I really do. I think I should have known, kind of looking at Trisha's track record. I think I also kind of knew who she was. And not that I didn't like her or anything, I thought she has amazing qualities, but I don't think it's someone that I don't know. I think, I was kind of like, let's see what they have to say about me. And I'm excited for me to be right about it. Because the whole time I knew, like I'm not a stupid guy. I might act stupid, but it kind of shines. My biggest thing is just shining a light on the truth because that's what I live for and that's what matters to me is living truth because that's the only way you'll be productive and that's the only way you'll grow. So like for me, it's not even about what people say about me or what people do. It's about me fighting for my life, being truthful for my life and doing the best I can with my life and that's it. Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many amazing things. Like if the whole thing was about how we're curing people's weight loss and how people, if they interviewed all the people that lost 130 pounds and changed relationships and went through all this stuff, if the documentary was all about that, it would have been a great documentary. That's something if I was making a documentary, I would be putting all that stuff because those stuff is that's the stuff why people are really here. It's because of the impact it's had on them. It's the reason Disney Mama is even writing a book is because of me. The reason people are even going live on social media is because of me. The reason people are going for runs every day is because of me. The reason people are working harder and changing their perspective and even getting put in their place on things is because of me. So I'm saving a lot of lives and that should be like number one recognized, you know? So that's where that's where the disappointment came from because it wasn't as respectful as I wanted it. Do you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people have a problem with people being straightforward too. I get if you're being straightforward and you're being like if someone's straightforward to me and I tell them to fuck off, that's me telling them to fuck off and that's it. They're gone, right? If they don't respect that, then it's like, okay, bro, what the fuck, right? But I'm not holding that against someone. But if someone's straightforward and you should take that as a fresh breath of air and move on and go find someone else. You know, you shouldn't sit there and be like, make this whole like drama about like how your life and like how do I go about like you're literally looking for attention because you're jealous. You know what I mean? So stuff like that is something that I don't really understand or stand for. It's something that should be looked at as kind of funny, kind of a joke, but also kind of real, but then it should be brushed off. It's different though if you're doing something that is really hurting someone using force against their will, anything like that, obviously it should be punished, of course, but something that's straightforward, it's real, and you either take it or don't. It's something that I think in this life we need more honesty because I think most wars and most fights come from sketchy vibes, comes from not being honest, comes from talking behind people's back, comes from all these things. It's better to be straightforward and move on and know what's right and wrong. And I think the generation is very much changed like that. I think most streamers are being straightforward like that, like high end of streamers. Some are getting in trouble for it sometimes, but I think in the long run, you know, they're going to be more successful in the long run, in my opinion. Not everyone and everything is about jealousy. Some people are actually looking out for you. 100%, 100%. But I think like everyone wants a piece of the pie for sure in one way or another. So it's just about having respect with what you're doing, you know? It's about actually being helpful, not being helpful for yourself, you know? If I'm trying to help you, JJ, it's about you only. It's not about me at all. Until you tell me it's not working, then yeah, you know, it's done. But to help somebody, it has to be all about them because you need to help. You need to help them. You know? Who are some of your favorite streamers? Honestly, I probably won't share that because actually, Aiden Ross, you know, I think it's a lot of conservatives for sure. Aiden Ross, I like Clav, even though he says some really crazy stuff and does some crazy stuff. I like how he's straightforward towards things, and a lot of people actually do respect him in the long run. I like Aiden Ross. I like Neon kinda. I like Jake Paul. I like Logan Paul. Um, I like um, I like Speed. You know, Speed's definitely the best. You know, speed but I don't know how long he's gonna last without kind of freaking out because he kind of people pleases a little too much. I like Theo. I like Joe Rogan. Um, I like Nell. But all these people, there's things I don't agree with. Like I'm my own person too. So there's things when I listen to these people, there's always things that I'm like, I don't agree with it, right? Like that's just like normal. So it's not like when I say I listen to these people, it's not that like they're my God or something. It's just things that I like that their way they go about things. It's like it can be refreshing, you know? He just needs to have you learn to help before you have definitely used what you have to help you. Yeah. Oh, for sure. You have to, right? You can't sit there and like die. Like, trust me, I've tried to do that before where you sit there and try to hide from shit but like, you get to a point where you're like, why are you doing this to yourself? Because you're scared of who? Someone that's not educated, not strong, not smart, like someone that, like, you're being disrespectful to yourself and your own learnings and your own teachings. So it's like use that to your advantage and grow. It's the only way in life. You have to be there for yourself. You have to stick up for yourself. There's literally no way of doing it. You can try to stay under the radar for 25 years and work shitty jobs, have your ex-girlfriend fucking cheat on you, fucking lose all your money, worst life ever, and then 25 years later you decide to do something. And then they could bring up 25 years later. No matter what, you're not hiding from life. People are always going to try to stab you in the back. People are always going to try to do shit to you. People are always going to try to hold things against you. Like, no matter what, that's life. So, like, you're not doing any justice. You're not living anymore by doing nothing. You're not living anymore by not telling your truth. You're not living anymore by hiding. You're always going to live worse. You're always going to have this heavy weight and you're always going to feel like shit. It's true. So you have to look at life as like a war where you have to move forward and get and work for yourself and get shit done because there's really nothing else to do. Eventually, you're gonna have to do what you gotta do. Eventually, you're gonna have to get out of the house. Eventually, you're gonna have to stand up to someone that doesn't agree with you. Eventually, it's just life. Yeah. And it could be worse. It could turn into literal murder. And you have to accept that. You have to accept all the attributes and you have to work towards on learning how to manage that every day. And that's what it is being a human, not even a man. That's what it is being human. Owning your shit and fighting for your shit and strategically. You know, you gotta be right about it. You gotta work towards it. But yeah, life never stops moving. Yeah, life never stops moving. And it also isn't you can't leave. Like you can't go to outer space and just think that life's not moving. Like it's no matter where you go or what you do, it's still right in front of you. So it's like you have to get right through it, like own it, gain, fall asleep, wake up, work, same thing. People come in your in and out of your life. Yeah, 100% people come in and out of your life, for sure, for sure. I'm even surprised people are still here because people come out of your life like crazy. You know, even fans that were here for a long time, they still come in and out of my life. And this is why I stick up for myself because there's things that people want me to be that isn't me, that I need to grow, you know? So no matter what, people are coming in and out of your life and I'm going to say things you don't like. And there's going to be, and that's just how it is. And I've been trying to explain that for a long time. Maria, thank you for the 150%. And that's a blessing because it leaves room for people that need it. You know, everything is a time and a place. JJ, thank you for the 100. So right now you might get something out of it, or last year you might get something out of it, but then you need to grow, and that's just life. You know what I mean? Ron with the 500, thank you. And that's good though, because brings in better things for you. Cheryl, thank you. Mish, thank you. Thank you, ladies. At what point do you stop forgiving someone and allowing them access when the same behavior keeps repeating? It's about you changing your behavior. So it's not about telling someone, like, I can't tell someone around me to say, change your behavior. Trust me, I've tried it. It doesn't work. people will always look at you and say, "Who are you to talk?" So it's about you changing your behavior, you changing your life. And that will push you away from things that aren't meant for you, and it'll put you towards things that are meant for you. Kathy, thank you. Carissa, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Carissa. Thank you. Tomorrow's already Thursday. This photo's supposed to be happy fulfilled. I love that. Thank you. It's how you let it affect you. Not. It's 100% that person's responsibility. No, like just say someone's treating me like shit, I can't tell them to stop treating me like shit. Like unless I beat them up or like do something that I would never want to do, then no one's gonna change. Like you can't force someone to change, right? So like you have to just remove yourself from the situation. It's your responsibility to change your situation. You can't put it on other people. Chris Wells Barbie, thank you. Michelle, thank you. Your deep talks fascinate me on God. I know. I know I'm the most powerful person, one of the most powerful people on this app. Trust me. The most underrated person for a reason, I believe. You decide to stay or leave. Yep. Carissa, thank you so much. You can tell them or you can walk away. Yeah, it's just about what you want to do with your life. That's it. You know. Carissa, thank you. We've had kids who used to be receiving the moods we love them. Their love us inside. Yeah, for sure. You know, I don't really, I don't have kids or anything, so I don't know. But yeah, gifters. Sophia, thank you. That's exactly how I live. I don't blame another person because I choose what I do with my life. Yeah, you choose what you do with my life. I get why it's hard though, because you are scared to change. Everyone is scared to change. It's not an easy thing, but you have to get used to changing every second. So how do you do that? You pick up new habits all the time. Sally, thank you. So it's like you keep moving in the direction in your alignment, what's good for you. You don't try to understand other people. You don't try to understand why you should do this. You grow and you move on. And if people want to follow you, like if I grow and move on and I lose 200 viewers or 40 viewers like I have, as you can see, people just move on because they don't like what they see or they're scared or they don't know what to say or they're scared of the person of me growing. But I can't sit here and pay attention to the laughing faces and all this other stuff of the people leaving. I focus on speaking my truth and growing because that's more valuable and that's more clarity and that's more growth than ever. And even if it's dinner time, it's real though, because it never was dinner time before. It was never a problem before. So even saying like or this or that, it's just proving my point. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's that holding on and control that I've been dealing with for a long time that a lot of people want, but it's also like it's something that it's like not my job to do any other different than myself, you know? It's not my job to cater or to anything like that, bro, because that's not respectful to me. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't help me. Like if someone loves you, they want you to be you, bottom line. Like I love everybody because I want everybody to be themselves. It's called loving life. Like why wouldn't you? Why would you want to be miserable? Comfort, safety, scared? Okay, then let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, and if you really love someone, you'll grow with them. you'll work your ass off to make it work. And if it doesn't work out, it just wasn't in your cards. Didn't work out. If it doesn't bring you peace, it's not for you. Yeah, but it never starts with peace. It starts with a lot of like hard work and like wondering and worry and it's not like just go look for peace because you'll end up on the couch smoking pot wondering if Tom and Jerry are gonna make you laugh and hiding under the blanket and whatever. It's not about that. It's about like just following your purpose and what you need to do and stepping out of your comfort zone and growing. And that will naturally start to bring you more peace, but then it gets more hectic. Like it's a constant cycle of growing and changing and moving on and it just it doesn't stop. But that's why you got to get stronger with life, you know? Um, like move with it, get stronger, and be you. That's number one. Be you, like always. I'm still supporting 100%, but I focus on myself more than I'm trying to let because you're the information given. Yeah, and I would expect that, you know. I think like I think like honestly, like in 2 years, 3 years, are we going to be doing the same thing? Probably not. I'll probably either have way more people in here to be focused on just one group. I'll probably have way more things to focus on. Like realistically, probably not. Do you know what I mean? Now that I think about it. Liz with the 50 gifted, let's go. So like it's expected to grow and stuff like that, but it's also it's up to you. It's up to you to watch me. It's not up to me to watch you. But maybe I'll just not do social media anymore, you know, and it'll just be a memory. So you just never know. Liz, thank you so much for the 50. Thank you. Yeah, I'll always love you no matter what, for sure. I'll always love you guys too, no matter what, because you were here for me for 5 years. Like, when I look back at my kindergarten friends, I'm like, damn, I love that person. I love my friends in middle school. All those people, they're good memories. They're people that cared about me. I cared about them. So yeah, of course, it's always have a special place in my heart for sure. That's just normal. But it's just not realistic to not grow. That's what I've learned. So that's like a super hard thing to realize is it's not realistic to not grow. And that's been tough for me to understand. I'm not gonna lie. But like you can't even like try not to grow because it's just naturally you're growing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's impossible. We all want to stay the same. You know what I mean? We all want to stay the same because, well, not like most people want to stay the same because it's good memories. Like when you start missing things, you start not wanting to grow. Like you're like like you know how hard it's gonna be. Let's say if we grow onto something new, this time of my life, it'll be the hardest thing ever because of how many days we've spent together, how many lives we've done together, how many things we've experienced together, how many like, dude, are you nuts, bro? That's gonna be like the biggest freaking turn the page thing in the world if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? So even just thinking about it now makes me sad, you know? But like literally every second we're growing. So like right now, like naturally we're growing. Do you know what I mean? It's just true. I'm gonna get going for a little bit, but I might be on later tonight. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for being here, obviously. And I love you guys and enjoy your nights and thank you for everything. But yeah, I'm gonna go have a cigarette. I've been freaking talking for a long time. And then chill with my girl for a little bit, talk to her, see how she's doing. But yeah, bye guys, love you.